Leave her idling, let her warm up. Behind here, we'll pick some grass. So Dad's left for work, Mum's taken the kid to school. Now we're going to go and see the chooks. Last time you saw the chooks, we had about 6, 7 or 8, give or take. Unfortunately, not all of them survived the heat, and they also got attacked and whatnot. We're down to 2. This one is Candace. I've named her after some other hen that was a cannibal in a coop. So named because she tried to peck at one of the dead ones. And the other big one here, that's Joanna. She's the one that lays our eggs. Candace just eats all the stuff rent-free and questions what I'm doing. So welcome to the work in progress chicken coop. I'll just give them some feed. Put it in that little basket there. So welcome to our work in progress chicken coop. This was made with bits of wire and other panels and stuff we found on our own farm here. It's not exactly perfect by any means. We've still got a lot more to do with it. As mentioned, Joanne and Candace, they're still the only ones left alive, and we're hoping that they'll survive through July. We've got a lot to do with this chook yard to make it bird proof. We've got to do some other stuff to get it to the point where, well, they'll be protected from the heat and from pests. Now, have they got any eggs for me? 1 egg. When they're in a good mood, they'll usually produce 2. Sometimes we have 4, but oh well. Thank you, hens. I'll see you later. This chook yard has nothing on the one that we had up at Nelly Creek though. Or Mugawogga, or a farm called Namara, depending which you know it as. It's got a lot of different names, that block. But it'd be pretty much unrecognisable. Anyway, we better keep going. We've got to drop this egg off at the house, and then we need to get some minerals so we can go and feed some weaners, because they'll be hungry. They've just moved to a new paddock after we finished drenching them the other day. The reason why I didn't film the drenching was, well, the GoPro was flat. Poor excuse, I know, but sometimes you just need to do stuff away from the light of YouTube. The egg is put away. Now we've got work to do. We've got to get some mineral bags, load them up, take them out to the sheep, because they'll be pretty hungry, and then we'll do the trough run and take it along for that. And then maybe a bit later we'll visit the certain red ute and answer why it hasn't been in many videos operating lately. See, the pump's still running. Right, we'll set up this tripod thing here and we'll get loading. Right, so the bags are all loaded up. I'll just need to grab my drink bottle from the donga real quick, and then let's rock and roll. Grab the broom if it won't get tangled under there. Yep, there we go. And there's the boys over there. They've settled in quite nicely since we pulled them out from the ewes. Oh yeah, lucky that I'm doing it today. Enough. Right, match this up. And that is how not to hook up a gate, because I did it very poorly. In farm sim it's not like this at all. In farm sim it's much easier, but this is the real thing. So stop number 2 is the hospital mob, and unlike the rams it's a little bit more tricky, but also like the rams this trough doesn't need a trough plug. But the difficulty is it's halfway along the fence. I do not know why the old owners designed it like that, but this is just what we got to work with. And there goes my hat. I'm sure it'll buff out. Right, that trough's done. Now, stop number 3. I'll see you when we get to middle paddock. Scrap that. We got a potential passenger. Ding! Doors opening. Come on, hop up. Welcome aboard, Bindi Sue. Well, we couldn't go out the paddock without our guard, Mum. The guard. Railway terminology. Trains can't run without a guard. What do you say, Bindi? Right away, mate. Alright. Now, back to what I was doing. Stop number 3. We'll see you when we get to middle paddock. Welcome everybody to middle paddock, which is now home to our 650 something weaners. Just open the gate here. Just undo this real quick. Shouldn't take too long. There we go. Open it up. Now in previous trough runs, before we shifted the weaners here yesterday, usually I just fly through this gate and leave the gate open. But today that's different, because if we don't shut this gate, then the weaners will go back into boggy ute paddock, and that'll never do, because boggy ute paddock is called boggy ute paddock because everything gets stuck. And because there's quite a lot of them and Dad's not here, it'd be quite literally a pain in the backside to get them back out again. And as some of my viewers have pointed out, that's the reason why some people don't have fences. Oh yes, that's the reason why some people don't have fences, because they do cropping. But when you've got a block like Erinvale, which is only really enough to grow pasture country for sheep, you've got to do what you got to do until you can get the funds to get a delver in and spread clay on it. Righto. you join us just as Kubota is about to reach her 7,408th hour. Keep an eye on that clock. It's gonna change any second now. There we go. Kubota is officially the side by side with the most amount of hours on the farm. She's beaten the Gator by 1 hour. Now that's some great achievement considering this one's only 5 years old this year. She's getting old. We need to look after her. Right, through the shrubby country we go. This is the most difficult part of the paddock when it comes to mustering, because there's a fine line between having not enough bush, having the right amount of bush, and too much. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is too much. Too much. And here we are at the lick block site. No sign of the sheep. I'll probably find them when we get to the trough. Oh, hello. Good morning, weaners. I've come to give you some extra food. You like that? Right. Now we get to the fun bit. This is the part that I don't necessarily like because, hello. Because, well, you see all this stuff here. The ropes get tangled. So what we usually do, to save us some time, cut it open like that, find the string, pull it like that, and it goes completely open. Right, that done. Stick this back here, close up the tailgate, and we'll keep moving. And pray that bag doesn't go flying. Right, let's keep moving. We'll see you at the trough. And just checking the trough here. That's right, Dad's already done it. We don't need to worry about them. We just got some of this grass that's in there. Usually how we know how to tell when a trough needs cleaning is when you got all this build up along the bottom. That can tend to be moss, sand, or some other substances that happen at the bottom of the sheep troughs. But for this one in particular, Dad's gone and cleaned it earlier over the weekend and put some special stuff in there to help these two hopefully be able to get enough energy to walk again. Right, well, I tried to help it. It's over by some feed, so it can chew down on something. It breaks my heart seeing how weak they are sometimes. Dad tells me to leave them, but I just can't. Oh well, I'll check in on them later. I don't exactly have Mindy Sue on hand because she'll... Well, dogs do what dogs do to close to dead sheep. If you listen real close, you can hear some form of almost squealing sound. And my mechanical senses are telling me because she's been working so hard for the past couple of years, it's probably something to do with the alternator belt. And the imagination book writing side of me is going, she's taking singing lessons from the Land Cruiser again. I thought I'd just explain that, well, I still haven't gotten around to doing those videos for the Namara channel yet, but part of the inspiration for the book, for those who've read it, under the... Oh, I buried it under the stuff again. Okay. Where is it? Smashed drink bottle. Nope. I'll find it eventually. Like I mentioned earlier about how you can tell how dirty a sheep trough is, this one is the big example. You can tell by all this moss and shit that's caught in the bottom. And well, it's not just the sheep and, well, the cows in this paddock in particular that drink from this. It's also things like bees, mozzies, blowies. Occasionally some pink galahs come down here and drink from it as well, but they mostly do that at that tank all the way up near the sandalwood. Gets like this, obviously with the simple sweep of the broom you get most of the gunk, but others like this black stuff, this black moss stuff that's corroded onto it, that stays put and you can't exactly get rid of it, but we try our best. See the mob of ewes over there. There was a wild ewe that was supposed to go on the truck back in early January, I believe, but she didn't. She stowed away, jumped out from the mob, and well, we found her yesterday and took a weaner and 2 others with her into this mob behind me just here. You can't always get them all, unfortunately, so but the trouble with sheep is when they are on their own for quite a long period of time, they go wild. And they're like humans who are in solitary confinement for over like a month or so. They go crazy. And when they do that, they go wild. And when they're wild, there's no really going back for them. So, well, unfortunately, what happens to wild sheep is if you can't tame them again, they need to be shot. Righto, so this trough's done and the wind's picking up already, so drop that there. Come on, Benny Sue, no time for rolling around in sheep feces. We've got work to do. Let's get moving. Now, the good thing about this particular trough run today is because the weaners are back in middle paddock, they're not in that one. And because they're not in that one, I don't have to jump through so many hoops, so to speak, to get between paddocks to feed and do the trough run for sheep. Mind you, I still have to do that for Clark Road 2 and for Black Sheep 4, which is up past Dirt right ahead of here. Thankfully, however, I only really need to open a couple of gates, not do the whole roundabout. Yeah, roundabout. The roundabout trick that I did when I ran the crocodile almost full at a gate trying to do the farm record. We might have to redo that record and see how it does with the weaners where they currently are, but at the moment we can't because, well, we're trying to ration the petrol. So to speed things up, I'll see you at either Clark Road 1 or Black Sheep 4. It appears that the sheep from Black Sheep Well have decided that they're gonna out into this paddock. Okay, that makes my job easier, but also slightly harder at the same time, because that means we can just do these two troughs up here and dump the minerals in the spot where they'll be able to find them. Right, so for this paddock we need to go a little ways to drop the minerals off, because these sheep, they don't exactly like coming up here very often. They only have to when they need to. That's minerals fed up. Now to do the trough. That noise. I appreciate your motion, Kubota, but I don't like your singing. It puts me on edge. Boy, it's a bit windy. I'm not sure if the finger snap's gonna work. Ah, it worked. Works every time. Saved. Right. That's that done. Now, to get out of here, the simple and quick finger snap. See you at home. And here we are back home. What I'm gonna do now, we're gonna go inside. I'm gonna have a drink. Bindi Sue will have a drink, something to eat, and probably a nap as well, because she seems pretty tired. And when we get back out, sometime this afternoon, we'll see you then. Giving the loader its morning stretches. Yeah, I mean, it's emptier than it was. Must have been sitting in there since last weekend, wouldn't it?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Still wet. Huh. And here comes Mechanic Man Dan. Right. So, the drone bag is acquired. We're going to jump up onto the new gator, check the fuel on it. Half should be good. And, well, we'll head out the paddock. We'll watch Dad dig a hole. So please bear with me while we've got the wind blowing in our faces, everybody. Sometimes the recording comes out as a bit, if you get the gist. But anyways, we've got the Terios on the charge because some idiot left the lights on. So we got the battery on the charger. So the Terry will be prepared to go hunting later on this long weekend. At the time of recording this, it's the 2nd of March. Gosh, this year's going quick. And yeah, so we'll be headed out to Bog Ute Paddock. The reason why it's called Bog Ute Paddock is because that's where we got the red board stuck about 2 years ago. And it's also where the Land Cruiser got mobbed several times as well. Dan and Ella, they're up in the Kubota. Bindi Sue's with me, we're in the gator, and Dad's in the loader. We'll send the drone up when we get out there and enjoy the show. Hopefully nothing gets stuck. Wondering, why is Dad in the loader out here at a dam digging? Well, dear viewers, let's go and have a look. You can see over here, Bindi, stay by me. We are digging out this dam because simply due to the fact that, well, there's no water in it right now. And provided, of course, that when it rains, it'll fill this entire dam up. Digging it out means that, one, we can have clay to spread on our tracks and make it a little bit easier for the vehicles to get across. And two, a deeper dam means more water. And more water is, well, good because it means that we've got some water for our stock. But this scene really reminds me of playing in a sandbox as a kid. So I used to have a toy loader like that and a little dump truck. Unfortunately, all of that got left behind, but oh well. We get to play with the big toys now. And as you can tell, oh, there's a bit of mud down there. Oh boy. This big loader looks rather small from up here. Almost like I could grab it. So as you can tell from the wind noise that's blowing around the camera right now and the loader, I was only able to get about a minute or two of footage with the drone. That and Biddy Sue likes to chase it when I'm trying to land it. The strong wind warnings usually are not quite the best thing for flying drones, but still, we managed to send it up the first time in 3 months, I do believe. Yeah, standing from up here, it really looks like a little sand pit. And I mean, I've heard a lot of buzz going around in a certain simulation community that has something to do with a little game that, oh, I don't know if you've heard about it, Farming Simulator 22. Apparently, here's something along the lines of a 25. Nothing's been announced yet, so as we know, but hey, Giant Software, if you're watching this, if we could have something like this, maybe not that exact loader, but if we could have dams like this that could fill up with water to feed our stock or water our stock, and being able to dig holes to make them deeper, that would be pretty cool. I'd be down for that. Of course, having said this, I will be preparing my own wish list of sorts for what I want to see in the next Farming Simulator version. At the time of recording this, I'm yet to do anything in the regards to that, but by the time this video comes out, you should see something roughly along those lines within a couple of weeks after this one comes out. What's that dog doing? What is that dog doing? What is that dog doing? No, it's just walking away from me. So with all this being said, I do believe we'll have to call it here for this video. One, because the GoPro's getting flat, and two, if my calculations are correct with all the footage and stuff, we're probably running within the mark of 20 to 25 minutes with this video. So if you've enjoyed it and you want to see more, and to make sure the loader doesn't get stuck, hit that like button. And if you want to see more from us, tap that subscribe button as well. We just hit 453 subscribers. If we can keep that trend going, that would be awesome. I'd love to see this channel grow to hit 500 subs by the time of this channel's 6th anniversary on July 11, and perhaps even 1K by the end of the year. You never know. But until next time, I've been the Johnny Man, otherwise known as Noah. You've been my audience. stay safe out there in this crazy world. Don't get the loader stuck, and happy farming, people.